Hey guys, Keki here. Welcome to another Should You Fap To. Up next we have is My Stepmom is a Futanari 3. Part of the very famous Alley Boy series that you can find on Steam. Each one of his games are, I think, $1. I don't think they're ever going to get any cheaper or more expensive than that. So yeah, let's get it. Now this is delayed from the last Femboys, or the last Futanari series because of, well, it's Halloween. So yeah, your adventure starts here. Thankfully, it was Friday. TGI Friday. Just didn't seem like it was enough of a statement. I walked into the house exhausted and had nothing to look forward to. Except another Friday night, probably playing video games, maybe watching television. And possibly jerking off, of course. Who was I kidding? Definitely jerking off. During NNN. Like this. I've had enough. The boss had been especially bad today. Brown beating me for pretty much anything I did. It was like I was a punching bag in human form. I could hear my stepmom, Stacy, in the kitchen. She was an amazing woman, having stuck around after my father's passing away. We did a good job at developing some semblance of a family, even though it was a strange dynamic. And now we live together, and I enjoyed her company. But when I was down like this, normally I didn't want to see anyone. Dude, they have a different stepmom for every single in every single one. Let's see, even playing calling his stepmom 2 and 3. Hey, Keki, how was your day? Stacy walked into the doorframe. I couldn't help but break a smile. Plus, the t-shirt she was wearing didn't leave much to the imagination. Her breasts were impressive without showing off, but a white t-shirt I could see right through was a welcoming sight. And her jeans looked painted on her hips as well. I filed away from the sight later, when I could be alone. Come and sit down. I have barely seen you this week. I know things at work have been crazy. I padded into the kitchen and sat down, and I was grateful when she cracked open a beer and handed it to me. Taking a swig of her own, I enjoyed watching her hips wrap around the glass top of the bottle. Another sight to file away for later. Somehow I knew I could talk to her about what I was feeling. She's been there for me so many times in the past. My father had passed away years before, and instead of abandoning me, she made me vow to stick around and take care of me. There have been some ups and downs, but I really think she cares a great deal about me. It's definitely mutual. Spent most of my teenage years around her, and now I was adult, and she was like an old mentor. You've been groomed, boy. I didn't know. Just all these feels so pointless. My boss is an asshole that doesn't pay enough for all the things I do for him. The problem is, he expects me to do things I don't get paid for just because I did them a couple times. And that's why you never do more than your job, kids. The nice thing was, Stacy was just listening. It had been a long time since anyone had let me just vent about my life. And as a result, I found that I was telling her probably far more than I should have. She nodded, and then it prompted me to continue. Plus, it was Friday night. I should be out on a date with someone, or even a friend. But here I am with you, and my sexy as hell stepmother. Lonely as hell, though. No job, no future. Everything just seemed kind of bleak right now. It sounded kind of pathetic, to be honest. Sounds like you feel exactly the same way I do. It's Friday night, and here I'm hanging out with my stepson drinking. Yeah, but you're old. Holy shit! You shared a laugh. Good thing for you. I don't get offended easily. It's not like you're the only one who's lonely that way, you know? Since your dad has been gone, it's really lonely in that bedroom sleeping by myself. It's not like women don't have their needs as well. The mention of the bedroom almost made my ears perk up. It wasn't like Stacy wasn't a very attractive woman, and she was right. She's been alone since my father had passed away, never even making any effort to meet another guy. It's a good thing because it would definitely have been weird to see her dating. Oh boy. She got dressed up and decided to hit town. She could have picked up pretty much any guy she wanted. But she was holding off for some reason. Like her ginormous cock. Why don't you try meeting someone? It's not like you're not attractive enough. She took another sip of her beer with a smile. Nice to have a younger guy pay attention to an old lady like me. Oh please, you're hardly old. 40 is the new 20, you know? No, it is not. Dude, I see people online saying that 27 is ancient. And trust me, most of my friends would be happy to date a hot woman like you. The words came out almost without thinking. I couldn't help staring at her body. Oh, Keki, why are all men as sweet as you? Well, it's not like you're not an attractive guy, too. You could quite easily have your share of ladies if you wanted to. I guess we're just too attractive alone on this Friday night. Stacy laughed and took another sip of her beer. I'm thinking we need to go out, get out of the house together. I thought about it. It wasn't like I wanted to be alone on Friday night. And I need to go shopping for an upcoming event on work. Why don't you just come shopping with me? It's not like either of us have anything planned. I need a man's opinion on my new dress. I need something to make me feel attractive again. Maybe something I could wear on a date. I almost felt a rush of jealousy at the idea of my stepmom being on a date. But then I realized that she was just as lonely as I was. Maybe it'd be fun to get out of the house and just do something different. Plus, watching her try on clothes wouldn't be all that bad. That was for sure. Maybe I could manage to sneak a peek of her getting undressed. Dude, that is your stepmom. She raised you from a teenager, I think. Well, according to our own lore. Sure, let's do it. Spending a Friday night out with stepmom might not be at all bad. And she was right. At least we're both getting out of the house. A quick drive to the mall and Stacy led the way through the crowded area. She obviously had a stone in mind that she enjoyed. Or a store in mind. That I cannot read right now. And when I walked into the place she was heading for, I could see why. Oh my god. Is that a L-O-V? I love... I can't read the rest of that. Jolly Botius? 70% off sale? What the? At the apricot store? What? The clothing was upscale and trendy, and even the staff was filled with women my age. Hard to resist. Plus, it wasn't like Stacy didn't fit in. She was rocking her jeans and t-shirt, getting more than her fair share of looks from guys who walked by. There's no shot there's guys hanging out in this store. Okay, so you need to give me your opinion. I'm thinking a sexy little black dress is a good option. She walked around the racks with me, trailing behind, checking out some of the staff members walking around. When she grabbed one particular dress and held it up, it was definitely short, low cut, and would look absolutely killer on her. How about this one? Should I try it on? The little black dress would have been barely covered her ass, and the top was tight and would stretch over her breast. When I thought about seeing on her, I felt my cock stir in my pants. Even though she was my stepmom, there is no way I could deny that she was insanely hot. I nodded, and Stacy laid it over her arm as an option. I definitely need your opinion on the fit, okay? She grabbed a couple of her other options and headed back into the changing area. Thankfully, it was late on night, Friday afternoon. The store wasn't crowded at all. I waited by the entrance of the changing room. It was pretty quiet. My mind started to picture Stacy stripping off her t-shirt. What was underneath I had seen occasionally in a bathing suit, and her breast was big and full. Seeing her strip down her tight jeans and showing off that sexy ass would be amazing. Now that I was half-masked, I felt my body still responding to the fantasy. Suddenly I heard a faint voice calling out, quiet enough that the staff members couldn't hear. "Keki, are you there?" Made sure nobody was looking, and Sophie snuck inside. Getting caught in the changing room with my stepmom would be humiliating. How? Unless you announce that it's your mom, I feel like... Okay, never mind. I would definitely raise some eyebrows. I saw an arm poking through the dressing room, waving me closer. "Keki, get in here, I need your help." I took a brisk walk over and took one more look around before Stacy grabbed me by the shirt and pulled me in. It turns out her pants were stuck on her cock. I quickly shut the door of a small and intimate room. Our bodies were closely together, close enough that I could see her bare shoulders, and get a good whiff of her intoxicating perfume. "Oh, wow. I need you to help zip me up." When she turned around, all I could see was her bare back with her lacy bra strap. Down at the bottom, there was a hint of her panties that matched the color, but only a small strip covered her crack. Her skin looked smooth and sexy, and the dress cupped her ass perfectly, showing off its sexy roundness underneath. All I could suddenly think about was I'd only have to lift the dress up, and her bare ass could easily be squeezed by my hands. It wasn't like I hadn't thought about it before, but after all, she was a sexy older woman. It was almost impossible to resist running my hand down her bare skin. She was so close, I was only inches away from pressing up against her ass. Grabbing the zipper at the bottom of her back, I leaned in a bit and got another nose full of her Aphrodisiac scent. The male character is actually doing the fucking. I think this is like an absolute first. So yeah, that was My Stepmom is a Futanari 3. Third part of the Alley Boys series of My Stepmom is a Futanari. I think next... I mean, there's a bunch of other Futanari series. Overall plot was kind of mid. It was okay for hentai plot, but you know, it's not really... You don't really buy these games for the artwork or for the plot or even for the gameplay. You just buy it for your library. Really. Overall, do love the dynamic. Usually, I feel like most people would notice that their mom had a giant raging cock and a boner 24/7. But you know, maybe they hit it really well. Maybe we're just very oblivious. Overall, did enjoy my experience. Did enjoy the reading. So, yeah.